Cillian Murphy's performances never disappoint. He's got soulful eyes that bring us into every character he's ever played, from good guy to villain and everyone in between. His role as the title character in Steve is no different. And yet, with a phenomenal ensemble, the supporting actors, namely Jay Lycurgo, who plays the sensitive yet emotionally and physically furious Shy, is so excellent that I would have liked the film to focus more on them. As the head teacher, Steve is responsible for the teen boys at the Reform College. His staff is underpaid and overworked, and the boys feel angry and abandoned, which shows up as behavioral issues. It's a lot to balance, and the film descends into chaos to underscore the volatility of the day we spend with the characters, who are also being interviewed by a news crew that Steve thinks will bolster interest in funding the school, which is overlooked and has seen better days. A lot is going on in the film, and the camera work, with a scene or two shifting from right side up to upside down, masterfully captures the feeling of being overwhelmed. As a viewer, Steve is indeed thoroughly stressful, and we're meant to sit in those very same emotions that are so exquisitely captured on screen. Visually, the film oscillates between pseudo-archival footage, all grainy and with close-ups that intend to get closer to the characters, and not. Steve's cast gives memorable, effective performances. The story itself is simple, as the characters and their dynamics are the most crucial elements to making the film work. Shy's relationship with Steve is especially beautiful, and he's a standout among the students. Lycurgo is a revelation, and his performance is pitch perfect, a balance of potent pain and sadness that permeates every one of his scenes. But there's also a gentleness to the way he plays his character, something there that's hiding behind his eyes just waiting to be poured out. The rest of the young cast is also fantastic, but they don't get as much to work with. If anything, the film would have worked better had it focused more on them. They have complex relationships that are only superficially explored. Steve, based on Shy, the novella by Max Porter, who wrote the script, and directed by Tim Milance, shifts the story to focus more on Steve. This is somewhat frustrating as the boys get the shorter end of the stick. The final scene is still deeply effective, but would have been more so had Shy and his fellow students been more focal to the narrative. Steve is experimental in many ways. It isn't your average teacher-student movie and works to give us a film that can feel as discordant as the characters' inner lives. It stays away from conventional storytelling and, for the most part, that works to its benefit. The story does grow a bit tired before the end, but then we're met with a rousing emotional moment that makes the investment in the character well worth it. It's a film where the characters are especially memorable, and that's what makes it pop. It highlights the difficulties facing these schools, as well as the often tumultuous feelings that come with both being a student and a teacher there. Its focus may have needed some more fine-tuning, but Steve proves meaningful regardless.